Shalom, Israel. Shalom, Bashimi. Yahweh Shah, Barakathon to all the brothers out there. Shalom, Yahweh Shema, Thon Bashimi, and Shah to all the sisters out there. This is Isupk Louisiana, New Orleans, Shreveport, come out of 1 West 125th Street, part of New York, under Commander General Hunter. And our job is to educate blacks, Hispanics, and First Nation people, indigenous land by our true heritage. And that heritage will be found off in the Holy Bible. You know, the same Bible that been sitting there on the living room table for 20, 30 years that you never bothered to pick up, which is not your fault. It's actually, you know, it's a generation. We was never taught to believe in the Bible. We always was taught that it was a white man's book, but actually it's our book. These is our records. This is our history. You know, this is everything that made over. Even though we can't find too much, even though we have history off a history book by history starts in the Bible. We just didn't pop up in the 1600s when we became slaves and came to America. No, our history goes way back further than that. Even though like China, like the most, they go back 3,000 years. Like we go back farther than China. We go back way farther than them. And then anyway, they what a product of incest through a lot. As far as their biblical name, Moab and Ammon. They from Lot and his daughters. So I like I said, our heritage go back way far. But let's for tonight gonna be this is our brotherhood class. We're gonna talk about wives. Is she virtuous or is she heady? And everybody live, pretty much, except for some of the younger people over here. But you're around about my age, you know. Like I said, I came off of this truth with nothing. And most I blessed me with a beautiful, wonderful wife. Something I've been needing for years because I got tired of dealing with what was out of them streets. When you have nothing up in the streets. I don't care if you call yourself going to the Christian church. She's so full of demons and stuff, you don't know what you got because they good at hiding their demons. We'll see, up in the Isupk, them demons come out. Okay, here we go. Yeah, they get found out of here. They get exposed in here. You get exposed, you have a demon. So don't think you get away with that. So that's why talk to the young men that's looking for wives. I don't care how good she look. I mean, just because she look like a dime don't mean she gonna act like a dime. Just because she built up and all that, that means nothing when you can't get along. Every time you turn around, you're in counsel. Anyway, counsel will start at home first. How can you say you grown, but yet you got to go to somebody else to fix your problem, and you the one got to deal with this person on a day-to-day basis. I understand y'all have a problem that neither one of y'all can't reach a conclusion on. Yes, counsel is necessary. I saw some little spat or argument over there. Y'all have a problem arguing. Y'all got to come together and deal with that. Y'all have to come together and deal with that because at the end of the day, that's the person you got to deal with. It's the person you living with. This person have children with each other. You don't want you have to deal with this person all the time. You have to deal with that person all the time. So this is this is this is a little reminder, to let you know in case you don't have a wife, what to look for in a wife. You want to look for a wife that's grounded off in this truth. You don't want to look for a woman that fear the Most High. So she fear the Most High, she's gonna be honorable unto you. Mm-hmm. Let's say you do have to go to counsel, she gonna kind of want to and start doing what they say. Not not going all the way off of it. You don't just had constant in your back arguing. Mm-hmm. Because I'm glad to say I ain't had a concert yet. We could get, man, our mind. We talk about us, because you get our age. That's kind of an embarrassment to have somebody take care, straighten out your problem when you done lived on this earth all this long time, and somebody got to, talk to you like you're a child. You know, when you got kids and grandkids, all stuff. When somebody got to, help you out. That's shameful. But we finna, like I said, we talk about women. You know, but I know like some guy, everybody looking for that dime piece, or all like, man, that dime piece ain't worth it. Remember, just because you want that dime piece, just remember somebody else want that dime piece too. As and she don't feel the Lord, everybody gonna get a turn. You might get left out. Yeah, you might be the one to get left out. That's what you want. You want that dime piece. Now you forgot everybody else wanted too. So you better try to stick with somebody that fears the Most High and gonna love you, gonna honor you, and obey you. When you have something, even though she already know what she want to do, she gonna come to you and ask for permission. So that's a good submissive wife. You know, even though she already know what she want to do, she used to handle everything in the way. She gonna come to you and ask you, baby, this is how did this sound to you? You gonna say, yo, okay, yeah, you go ahead, because you got an honorable woman. You got a woman know how to take care of business. You have a woman that know how to hold it down. You know, but she still give you reverence. Still say, I don't want. This is a good idea. Your input on it. She don't leave you out of it, and that's what you want. Somebody that she already know what to do because she been handling business by herself before she met you, but she includes you in on it. So, she though she being right by asking you about it, not just going off and doing something, even though didn't nothing happen wrong, but it's best to check with her out of one first, and that's what you call, that's what you call a virtuous woman. That's a woman that loves you, love you enough to want your input and want your permission. And she treating you just like she's supposed to be treating you. You head of everything, so she ain't gonna do nothing without your approval. You know, Proverbs 11:22. You know, and this one thing. Proverbs 11:22. As a jewel of gold and a swine snout, so is a fair woman which is without discretion. So it's just like let's just hypothesize for a minute. You put a gold ring and a swine snout. What is that swine going to go do? Roll in the mud. You've been just bathe it with buttermilk and everything. So that's for us country folks. You know, bathe it in buttermilk and everything, and they go roll off in some mud and may eat everything that in the world that you can eat. Anything you find out, man, I'm finna, you think to yourself, most people don't think about that. We finna kill it in a few months and then eat it. And this was eating everything. It's a you know, just because it look good, don't mean it's good for you. Like I said, this is a woman without discretion. Man, hey, she'll be with you, your brother, your daddy, your cousin, your best friend. Some of them with these days with this LGBTQ, they be with your sister and your mama too. You know, you know, LGBTQ, picked up steam. They got their own, they, they got their own little network going. Can't even say nothing bad about them. You know, you can't say nothing bad about them. And I ain't gonna say nothing bad about them. You know, I'm just telling you what, hey, that's what you gotta look forward to when you have a woman without discretion. So when you don't got no, you have no discretion. You don't care what you do. Everything fine and what you do. It could be evil, nasty, whatever. She don't care. She down. She down for whatever. You know, she is down for whatever. You know, I don't care how you dress her up, how she fix her up. If she full of demons, them demons following her. You know, if she had no good filthy. You know what? I don't care how you dress up, how you get to say the greetings, you know, salam alaikum, I don't care how you get her to do that. I don't get her how you get her to wear a dress and all that. Some demons coming out. She is without discretion. She gonna look at your camp leader and say, "Oh, he look good." You know, I should have messed with him before I met you. You know, that's what she's saying in her mind. You know, that's a woman without discretion. You know, she don't care. You know, she don't care at all. You know, but that's what my brother is supposed to be offering this. That's offering this truth. That's what you would rather have. You rather have that head when you can avoid it all together. Sometimes it's best to be alone. You just don't know. When you can't find nothing good, being alone is the best thing you could ever do because you have a peace of mind. And the Most High send you that godly woman. Most High will send it to you. You know, you just got to be patient. You know, you just got to be patient because, like you said, you can dress it up all you want to. You know, she's still a swine. You know, she's still a woman without discretion. You know, she still don't care about what she do, how she feel, how you feel about what she doing, because she don't care. Mm-hmm. She don't care at all. You know, but we go to Proverbs 12:4. You know, say a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband, but she that let's say a virtuous woman is a crown to her husband. Oh, people like whatever she do, she just keep a smile on your face. She always check it, baby. Do you need anything? Do I have to send you this? Do I need to do this for you? Do I need to do that for you? You know, or baby, or she might want to go over a Bible verse or something like that. Just a virtuous woman. And then, let's say your mom's still in your life. She checking on your mother and everything, on your family, how your sisters doing and all of that. You know, yeah, that's that virtuous woman right there. He said, but she that make it ashamed is a writing in his bone. You know, then you got that wife that just I don't care what you do. Y'all may be happy for a while, then boom, y'all off the rails for a while. There's always back and forth, always back and forth. It's like, y'all, how you know that? Y'all done been through that 20 and 30 years ago. That's why you hard know that. And I wouldn't even know truth. That's just how a woman is. When she ain't got when she riding no good, a good woman gonna be a good one. If that's what she is, that's exactly what she is. But but a rotten woman, she gonna have you with your head down all the time. You can't even look another man in the face. Because everybody know what she doing. Everybody know you looking like a fool. They ain't laughing in your face, but they sure laughing behind your back. Trust me, I know. Been through it. Yeah, they're writing this to your bones. You can't, like I said, you can't stand up, be a man, because you're at work. You don't know who. You wonder who at your house right about now. Why it's about 6, 7 in the morning. You wonder who done snuck in while you was going out. You know, you wonder who she on the phone running her mouth with about you. Mm. Yeah, you wonder how many of her friends over there they talking, discussing plans on getting ready to go somewhere, planning a girls trip out. They calling all they what they call it, You know, they work husbands, all that. Getting ready to go do the thing. You up there working, treating her like a queen, and she don't care nothing about you. She care nothing about you at all. Like I said, it's only so long they can pull off the side they love you. Then they go showing you another side of them that they really, she don't love me the way I thought she loved me. Oh yeah, it comes out. You don't care how long you deal with a woman. Something gonna come out sooner or later. You know, that she gonna show you the age. She don't love you like you think. Get her words. She ain't gonna love you like you think she loves you. Certain things gonna come out. Okay, how many kids you got with each other or whatever. Them kids are, I'm just gonna tell you, kids like this not gonna keep you together. You know, because like I know myself, if I'd have had any more than just that one by any of my baby mom, I probably did something to them because they drove me insane. They was riding this to my bones. I couldn't even go to work without another man at the house. Or they just doing. Let's just say they wasn't even cheap. They just like just talking. Just a talebearer. Everybody knew everything that was going off in your house. You know, everybody knew everything. You know, and it shouldn't be like that. Sometimes when they got you looking, everybody looking at you all upside your head like you just the biggest dummy in the world. Man, what you doing messing with that? She ain't no good. She done did this, she done did that. You need to leave her alone. You know, but this thing about the ISUK, once you get them, you got it. Now you gotta deal with it. You gotta work with that. You gotta stay here. You gotta fix that. Like the Christian church will have you will leave, or they done made, this you go to counsel for them to them, and they'll tell you, well, you need a divorce. No, you don't need a divorce. You work on that. What good is getting married just to get divorced? You know, you stick with that. I'll never forget. I'm going up north to see my sister and her husband. They live in a separate room. I was like, I said, well, they still together, so what can what can I say? They ain't sleeping with each other, but they still together. They've been together for 40 years, so hey, who am I to say anything? You know, who am I to say anything? They still together. They may not share a bed every night, but they still together. They still rocking it out. Let's just say you've been together here since the late 70s, 80s, and it's 2023. How can anybody say anything about you? Yes, it ain't picture perfect, y'all, but you're still together. You ain't left her, she ain't left you. Mhm. She don't have another husband. You may have about 2, 3 wives, but she don't have another husband. It's just you. That's what you call having a virtuous woman. Even when you are outside the truth, you found the right one. Somebody you've been with since you're a teenager, now you in your 50s, and y'all still together, rocking it out with each other. Okay, Proverbs 14:1. Like, well, I don't care what anybody say. You can stay if you can stay together with somebody, if you can work through your problems, you're doing good. Because, like I said, can't nobody make like I said, you're an ISPK, like you off in that world. They teach divorce and all that. You don't need that. It's all right to separate for a little while, you know. But you ain't looking for nothing else. She ain't looking for nothing else. Y'all just taking a little break. Then you come back together, you know. But you go in that Christian church. Oh, go! I know a good lawyer. They know a good lawyer to get a divorce. That's what Because sometimes you gotta look out. Maybe he wants your wife. Maybe he just really wants your wife. While he trying to convince her to divorce. Proverbs 14:1. Every wise woman buildeth her house. A wise woman, like a relationship is just like building a house. You gotta start from the ground floor, work your way up. So a wise woman gonna build her house. She's gonna make sure the foundation, got strong bones. So when the weather do blow and the winds get rough and all that, it's still standing stable. It ain't blow nothing off. You know, but the foolish plucking it down with her hand. But the foolish woman, she'll tear it down. Instead of trying to build it up, she'll tear it down. She don't care. Why? Because she foolish. It's just like that. Matthew 25 when he talking about the 5 wise women, 5 foolish women going to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them had extra order carry, the other one didn't. And by the time the bridegroom come, the other ones had to go off and buy oil, while the wise one was able to go in and get married. And it was too late for the ones that had to go buy oil, because the marriage door was shut. That's that's what you want to take that verse and apply it to your life and be a wise woman. Plan ahead. It's gonna you need this and that. Don't count on him to do that. You do that. You do that. It's like I said, that wise she gonna build up everything. She gonna take care of kids that's not hers. She gonna see about you, see if you need everything. And they just know a lot of like I said, off at ISP, a lot of us don't see each other all the time. We don't see each other all the time. We're not around each other every day. That's why it's always good when we do see each other. It's all good. And then you got, somebody you do see every day, and it's like you argue every day. Well, if you ain't arguing every day, it's every other week, or every other month. It is behind nothing. Nothing that means in a sense. Like I said, but a foolish woman plucking it down. So, you're a foolish woman, and you see your out of line moving away from you. Look at yourself. Don't look at nobody else. Do like Michael Jackson and look at the man in the mirror. Look at your own reflection. You the one plucking it down. Because you the only one off in your business. Ain't nobody else off in your business. Ain't nobody else. If anybody is off in the business, you're putting them off in there. You're putting them right off in there. And whatever advice they give you, if it ain't work by now, it ain't gonna work. So so that means it's up to you. It's up to you to humble yourself. Start start loving your out of mind better than what you've been loving. Like I said, every day ain't gonna be a sunny day. I ain't no one time said that. You're gonna have times where you argue. But sometimes, you just got to be grown and stop arguing. Like, baby, I don't want to fight. I don't want to argue. This is what I think about this. Is this right to you? If it ain't, okay, I do something different. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with humbling yourself for your other one? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that? There ain't nothing wrong with humbling yourself to your other ones. You already know how I like to be toxic. Being somebody you fighting, y'all fighting all the time, all that. You know what that's like, and in reality you actually hate that. Being the one, being with somebody y'all gotta throw hands. Who want to be part? Who want that? Who wants somebody? Who want to be with somebody y'all gotta fight all the time? Don't nobody with any good sense want to be with somebody you fighting all the time. This she done bust your lip, you done black her eye. You know, that's a good way to get a cap bust off in you right there. You know, especially if you got a woman that know how to shoot. You know, that's a good way to get a cap bust off in you. You know, that's why I say you gotta find a virtuous woman. You know, a God fearing woman. That's the only one that's gonna act the way in your mind how you want to act. That's the only one gonna do that. You know, a woman that fears the Most High. You know, you can't like I said, you can't get like I said, you can't get nothing off the street, off the street, pretty it up or make up on it, get a BBL and all that. They call that a guy and a woman, and all that's still that same trash old woman you got off the street. You just don't fix it up with. It's just like buying the old school, slapping a candy coated paint job on some 28-inch rims and a $5,000 music system up in there. And but still that's still an old car. It's still an old car. If it ain't a classic, it's just an old car you fixed up and throw about 20 times more than what it's worth off into it. That's all you need. Like everybody like to get them box Chevys. Them box Chevys ain't worth no money. But I still seen people spend about $20,000-$30,000 off into the car, putting a better motor off in there, better transmission, a music system, brand new seats, paint job, pop trunk, starter system with a remote start, all that for a car that ain't even worth $3,000. Same thing brothers do. Well, with a woman, they get a woman, dress her all up, fix her all up, but yet she still that stanky dog they know that you found at first. She's still that same old fucking dog that you find at first that you trying to fool everybody else is such a good woman. Everybody know about this luck. Because it don't take long for everybody to know what you got. Let's see. We go to Proverbs 31:3. Well, what anybody say, find somebody that's gonna love you. My brother. Find somebody that's gonna love you. I don't care if she look like droopy. If she love you, you got somebody that's gonna be down for you for the rest of your life. There's somebody who ain't about to make you mad, and she do that make you mad. She'll spend a lifetime making it up to you. Forget about you may hear a brother say, I want to get me somebody for the tribe of Simeon, all that, somebody for Isupk, all that, like I used to hear crazy stuff like that when I first came in the truth. From brother one and one for every tribe. Man, you can't handle one. So how you gonna handle 12? Mm-hmm. Proverbs 31:3. Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroys kings. He said, don't why let this woman learn how to push your button? Learn how to what way to make you act out of character as a priest and officer of the school. That ain't supposed to never go down. You don't give your strength off into her. Because at the end of the day, let's say you do have counsel, I don't want to look at you, man. They're busted. That's what he's saying. That boy's stupid. He letting that clown wife of his making them look, making them get all out of character. And here I am, got to get up at 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and give them counsel. Mm-hmm. Like I say, you don't give your strength to a woman. You know, you get love off it to a woman. For your strength, you keep your strength. You don't let, some things, you don't let the, you know, you don't let the left hand know what the right hand doing. So to speak. It's all right to bend down to your woman a little bit, but you don't give her your strength. You don't let her know what makes you tick. You know, you gotta, like I said, you gotta have a virtuous woman. You gotta have an honorable woman that loves you. Just the problem with too many uh, brothers, they all on Instagram models and all that. Okay, yeah, they look good. How they fit up in the truth? Everybody gonna know when they see them. They ain't off in this truth. You just said they off in this truth. You know, everybody know what the Instagram models is. But as far as like a virtuous woman, this is what you'll be looking for. You know, and if they're gonna drop down to verse 10, you know, who can find a virtuous woman for a price that's far above rubies? They ain't never lied when they said that. But who can find a virtuous woman? That's a hard thing to find. Anybody can find any woman, and she can treat you like crap. She'll have you're feeling all dopey and everything. You know, like the scripture said, we can find a virtuous woman. Price far above rubies. I mean, you can't even buy one. You can't never come up with enough money to buy one. Because a virtuous woman not for sale. If the virtuous woman wants you, she gonna get you. She gonna get you anyway. She checking you out, saying what kind of brother you is. You know, just like men learn how to be alone, so do women. Till that right one come along. Because just like you don't live your life, she don't live her life. She done made mistakes, and you done made mistakes. If they done been with the wrong person, you have been with the wrong person. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but let a lot of them tell you they all up on the clubhouse. They're all up on Twitter. You know, talk about this and that. You know, and yet, you know, and hearing this truth, yet you looking for somebody who just got a BBL. You know, this woman more concerned on her looks than a relationship. She more concerned about how around her, how around her dairy area is. Than anything else. She ain't worried about you. She worried about next time she can get ready to go down to Mexico and you know get a facelift or a tummy tuck or anything like that. Then be worried about you. That's why I say you want a virtuous woman. Because that virtuous woman will say, hey, this is what I look like. Love it or leave. No, don't even mess with it. Because I ain't trying to go get no operation to please you. If you want somebody with that, go ahead and get it. Don't look for me to get it. I ain't getting nothing. This is right here is what you got. You don't like it, carry on. Yeah, gonna drop down to 16. And so this type of woman you want right here. Read a little bit. Verse 16. She can sit in verse 15. No, verse no. Yeah, starting verse 11. The heart of her husband does safely trust in her, so he should have no need of spoil. That's what you want. You ain't. Let's say you got a woman of truth right now. Hey, you ain't got to go out there do. You know, you ain't got to get out there getting the game or nothing. She making sure you okay. You know, Not saying you ain't got, got to work at nothing. You ain't got to do nothing evil to get the money. But she got you. You know, and she would do him good and not evil all the days of his life. And this thing that what you got when you have a virtuous woman. She's gonna do you good all the days of your life. She ain't gonna do you no evil. You know, it's like some people just like getting dead wrong. They don't want to. They don't want happiness in their life. They want that drama. They can't stand drama. I see enough drama, when I be flicking through the TV and having to stop on some soap for what? As the world turned and all that, all my children, that's enough drama for me right there. You know, you know. She's seeking wool and flax and working, verse 13, she's seeking wool and flax and working willingly with her hand. And she know how to get down and dirty, get the work done. She know how to make a dollar. She a hard worker. You know, she is like a merchant ship. She bring her food from afar. She keep that fridge loaded, keep that deep freezer loaded, keep the cabinets full. She's doing all that. She rises also while it is yet night and giving the meat to her household and a portion to her maids. And she get up about what, 4, 5 in the morning, make sure everybody got their breakfast. When she head out, go to work, everybody in the household take care of before she leave the house. Mm-hmm. She considered a field and buy it. And with the fruit of her hands, she planted a vineyard. When she see a piece of land, hey, she buy it and grow, make it grow, make that land, be prosperous. So make that land be prosperous, So that's what you got a wise woman. Like I said, my rep always coming up with good ideas. I really don't say them like, man, she cool. She be on it. Verse 17, she girded her loins with strength and strengthened her arms. 18, she received it that her merchandise is good, her candle goeth not out by night. 19, she led her hands to the spindle and her hands hold the staff. The spindle is just like that sewing machine, a sewing machine. Like back then, they had a little spindle, you know. I forgot how it made. I can't think of how they looked like, right now, but just imagine, you sew it like a sewing machine, like an old school sewing machine. Mm-hmm. 20, she stretched out her hand to the poor. Yea, she reaches forth her hands to me. Yea, she gets to the poor, help the needy. It's like, and I do 12 tribes, we're poor and we're needy. Or you may see the Edomite come up, or another kind of oppressor come up talk about, hey, can you have spare change? Man, all you gotta do is go take a bath, take a shave, get a haircut, put on a suit, and you got a job. You'll be my boss. Go on somewhere with that. You'll be my boss in 3 months. I'll be training you at my job to be my boss. You ask for money, and all you gotta do is clean yourself up and come to the same job I'm already working in. Then I'm training you to be over me. No. He said she is not afraid. Verse 21. She is not afraid of the snow. For her household, for all her household are clothed with scarlet. So everybody looking good, dressed good, and everything else. She ain't afraid of the cold, because she got them all dressed in something warm. Mm-hmm. Verse 22, she making herself coverings of tapestry. Her clothing is silk and purple. Silk and purple. She, like silk. Back that purple back then was more like Versace. It was just like Versace back then. Big time, big, expensive clothing, purple and silk. Because you had to go all the way to the Middle East, not the Middle East, but the East over in Boab and Ammon, get silk. That's who had, that's what most of the silk was found back then. You know, let me see. Her husband is known in the gates when he sits among the elders of the land. So she's so good. She done gave she gives you a good name, brother. Ah, everybody talking about how good your wife is. You know, they always got something good to say about you, getting you a pat on the back. Looking up to you. Like, hey, ask you, hey, she got a sister, she got a friend. You know, they act just like her. So they trying to be, they trying to get, get something just like you got. So let's say they do have a wife. This wife might be unruly as hell. And they want money that's down rude. They made their mistake. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm about. She make it fine linen and selling it, and delivering girdles unto the merchant. But she makes stuff, you give it to the somebody that can sell it for, and that's how she making her money. You know, verse 25. Strength and honor are her clothing, and she shall rejoice in time to come. 26. She opened her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. I mean, when she opened her mouth, she got wisdom coming out of her mouth. She got good saying things that help, teach you how to make biscuits from scratch and all that, teach you how to make unleavened bread and all that, and how to cook a steak, how to cook, how to make a good salad and all that, you know, and telling you how to, what ways how you can deal with your husband and all that. She ain't got none of that foolish mess coming out, other foolish mess coming out of her mouth. Just something that's gonna help you, not hurt you. You know. And she always, and she always kind. You know, you gonna never see her acting out of order. So that's a virtuous woman. This woman that feel the most high. That's what you want. You got a woman that don't feel the most high. You gonna see she don't feel the most high. You ain't gotta sit and guess. You just tell the way she act. You just tell the way she act. She don't feel the most high because she treat his. You know about to rub all the hair out your head. Trying to figure her out. Mm-hmm. Verse 27. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eat not the bread of idleness. In other words, she eating not the bread of idleness. She ain't lazy. You know, she's not a lazy person. She don't let nobody tell her, hey, you doing this too much, doing that too much. Let him do this, she ain't hearing all that. She's gonna stay on her grind. Verse 28. Her children arise up and call her blessed. Her husband also, and he praises her. Yes, you do. You're righteous, boy. Children know they have a great mother. The husband know he has a fine wife. He's proud to have her as a wife. You know, proud to have her as a wife. Because like even like I live in this little small little thing, and everybody always asks me when I see my wife down here. Like, when's your wife coming down here? My family all the time. They like to call her by a slave name. We just indulge that. We don't let that bother. Like, when she coming down, when she come down there, have her come by house. Especially my mama. So I can't mess up at all. My mama got her, so I can't mess up at all because I'm gonna head all kind of ways. Verse 29. Many daughters have done virtuously, but thou excellest them all. Remember one of her been virtuous, but she the best She the cream of the crop. She the best of them. Mm-hmm. So, verse 30. Favor is deceitful, and beauty is vain. But the woman that feareth the Lord, she shall be praised. Like I just said, she fear the Lord, she fear the Lord, she gonna be praised. Beauty, blah. You know, she built like a Coca-Cola bottle, blah. What good is that you upset? What good is that you arguing all the time? What good is that? I attest to that. You keep moving the clothes out of her house back into your house, all the time. That ain't about nothing. Mm-hmm. Verse 31. Give her of the fruit of her hands, and let her own works praise her in the gate. You know, you ain't got to sing her praises. Everybody see what she does. And, that she is a virtuous woman. What do you have? You know, like you said, you see a lot of brothers, giving their wife praise. You know, like praise my wife because she always looking out for me. Make sure I have everything I need. You know, and this is the funny part to me. We ain't never had an argument. And I find that very strange because anybody I've been with, within 2 weeks we don't argue. And this one we ain't never came close. You know. And if I do try to argue, she's like, baby, just hold up, get off me. We're gonna straighten it out. And that's about far as it go. That's about far as it go. Mm-hmm. That's why I said, I thank the Most High for me, not just jumping out there, even though you don't have a chance to be with this and that. And that's all I had, this and that. And not only me, everybody. It made me sit my butt down and wait. I could have went back to Exes. The Mexes stayed where they were. Stayed exactly where they were. I said it got to be something better than that. I already know. She always said, we older now, and all that. I got better sense. No, you just ain't probably able to do what you used to do. If you still would, you wouldn't be in my face. If your body broke down, you can't do it like you used to do it. Well, no, you ain't gonna waste my time no more. Mm. But that's why I said that way pay it off for me. And Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 1. A lot, like I said, before I had my wife, I heard nothing. As soon as I got her, and everybody saying we were at the store and everything, that's when everybody want to talk to me. And I know I can't understand it, but I guess that's just the way the world. When you have nobody, I guess everybody see nobody don't want you. Or you get somebody, everybody all of a sudden wants you. I don't know if that counts that for a woman, but I know for a man it counts for sure. Yeah, like I don't deal with nobody. I know everybody now. I know I wouldn't waste a second on it. Mm-hmm. We're going to Ecclesiastes 9, verse 1. Be not jealous over the wife of thy bosom, and teach her not an evil lesson against thyself. Don't be jealous of your wife. Like I said, don't give power over, your power over to her. Let her know how to work you. Mm-hmm. Like I said, why you think they got cancer so much? Because you brothers You know, they hear these scriptures, they read these scriptures, but yet they don't live these scriptures. You know, they probably teach on them, and yet still know that that woman have power over them. Still want to be jealous over that woman because, you know, it won't be no brother in the school, but they step outside, you know, let's say they at the marketplace or going shopping, somebody up there checking her out, or she sees somebody she should do out doing that world, you know, they don't know. I actually create etiquette. So, you know, so they being kind of disrespectful to you in your eyes, but you don't fall in their eyes, you know, they ain't, you know. And she just eating it all up because she know it's making you mad. You know, don't let that bother you, you know. You just when you get home, you just tell her about it, you know. But baby, you know, you ain't supposed to be doing all that, you know. Oh, first of all, say, kind of my kind, the one that would never happen to me, you know. A whole dog, like, oh, you just jealous. Don't be bad, you know. They'll let you know what you got right there. You know. Verse 2, you're not thy soul unto a woman to set her foot upon thy substance. Yeah, you yeah, I saw her up a woman. You know, she got a foot on your dick. You know, you can't do nothing. You know, you ain't running your own household. She running. She running it. She the one got you going here and there and there. What? You know, verse 3. Meet not with a harlot, lest I fall into her snare. That's a problem with a lot of brothers. That you know happen to a lot of brothers. They get what a harlot fall into their snare. Next thing you know, they caught up. You know, even down where I stayed, yeah, you know, a few murders behind women, you know, harlots. You know, she's sleeping with this one. She got you. She's sleeping with this one and that one. And you fool around, want to miss work that day and follow her. And you end up killing somebody. You done kill somebody and kill yourself too. You know, and like, yeah, you life by parole and you done killed this man while she free to whoever she want to do. You know, you ain't stopped nothing, you know, but stop yourself. Verse 4, use not much the company of a woman that is a singer, as thou be taken with her attempt. The singer, hey, that's a talker. Often everybody being, you know, somebody there's somebody that know how to spit their game to you, you know, they'll spit their game to you, you know, you fall into, fall into it with her, you know, fall into a trap. Verse 6, no, verse 5, get gaze down and made that thou fall not by those things that are precious in her. Just because she fine don't mean she actually belongs to you, you know, or she will belong to you. Remember, hey, you know, she fine. She knows she fine. That don't mean she gonna just stay, stay faithful just to you. She might find her another husband. Then you through with that. The problem with a lot of brothers is, even though she done slept with another man, they you go right back to her. Say, hey, when they have a conflict, I don't mind, I love her. I can give her another chance. I can forgive her. Stupid, just stupid. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, verse 6. Give not thy soul into harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. Verse 7. I guess you know what that means. Give our soul not the harlots, that thou lose not thine inheritance. In other words, don't mess with the hoe. Don't mess with the hoe, you don't lose everything you got. Look not right, verse 7, look round about thee in the streets of the city, neither wander thou in the solitary place thereof. Verse 8, turn away thine eye from the beautiful women, and look not upon another's beauty. For many have been deceived by the beauty of a woman, for her hair will love is kindled as a fire. So the world, don't let that beauty make you all hot and bothered. Like I said, plenty of them have been deceived by beauty and end up getting the raw end of the stick. You know. Verse 9. And sit, and this is another problem a lot of brothers got. They do not practice. Sit not at all with another man's wife, nor sit down with her in thine arms, and spend not thy money with her at the wine, lest thy heart incline unto her, and so through thy desire thy fall into destruction. You sitting up with somebody else's wife, next thing you know, y'all end up sleeping together. What kind of brother is you? You ain't supposed to be sitting down with my wife, talking to my wife. No, you talk to me. Tell my, I need to talk to your other one. That's how that's supposed to go. You don't talk about what we got going on in our house. No, they ain't got nothing to do with you. Mm-hmm. They ain't got nothing to do with you. And, Ecclesiastes 26. Let me see. 23. You know, it's funny. Another brother feel comfortable sitting around your wife. You know, ain't this what ain't this what Pastor Porkchop does? He wanna counsel your wife. The next thing you know, he's sleeping with your wife. So that's what the scripture was talking about. Them old Christians, they do stuff like that. Like I said, they love where you, then they love to bring up all kind of scriptures about, the unbelieving, the unbelieving husband is sanctified through the believing wife, but yet you still trying to sleep, bro. You ain't say trying to sleep when you're sleeping with them. You already got them, Ecclesiastes 26 and 23. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So if you got you a wicked woman, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. You might need to change a few things. You might have to change a few things. They say a wicked woman is given as a portion given to a wicked man. You might have to just look, like I said, look in the mirror. But a godly woman is given to him that feareth the Lord. I believe that's why we're allowed to have more than one wife. Because I think you're allowed one mess up. You get your second wife, she may be good as gold. That's what you've been looking for. Boom, you're all good. But as we all know that, like I said, I don't know. I don't know because I only have one. I'm glad for that one. Well, I don't know how that works out with couples when the husband takes on another wife. I don't know. I know how they go. But that's I'll be quite. I'll be trying to figure out. Okay, you with this woman. Okay, let's say the other wife come around. I wonder how they go down. But that's a sight to see. You know, pretty all kind of crazy talk going on. Next thing you know, they're on the phone with the camp leader. Oh, he ain't talking to me right. He ain't treating me right. He ain't saying that to you. He just got another woman down. His other wife down, and you don't like it. You that's how I see it. Because I know, hey, I've been off of that world. Hey, I had multiple women. You know, I was off of that world. They went just like that. They probably the same way off in, off in here. Some they accept another woman, some can't. Yeah, now we're gonna go to Deuteronomy 28 and 56. Around 28 and 56, and said, it reads, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not venture to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. So that's how delicate our women was back then. I mean, I had to think when I was young. My sister, we grew up, we were born in the South, we didn't grow up in the South, but yeah, they never walked outside barefoot. They always had their flip flops or house shoes on their feet. And I saw them, like other girls would just walk out the house barefoot, you know, they got grandpa toes and all that, just straight up country girls, but back then a lot of people moved from the South to the North, you know, a lot of just straight up country. My sisters, mom taught them, always put shoes on their feet. You go back to level, okay. He said, yeah, the tender and delicate woman among you, which would not eventually set sole of a foot upon the ground for delicateness. And then, a woman, the women back then was, no delicate. It was like a delicate flower, you know. The way they carry themselves, uh, you know, you know, delicate tenderness. Her eye should be evil toward her husband of her bosom. She gonna hate her husband. These are the curses we fall upon. Some of the curses. That woman is supposed to love us, they hate us. Yeah, the women that love us hate us. This is the curses we fall upon. Her eyes should be evil toward her husband, her bosom, and toward her son, and toward her daughter. And you gotta be, a really wise and strong woman to fight them curses. Because we are off in the last days. I've been hearing it here since the 1970s. We're in the last days. I know it myself now. Like I paid attention to church. Because I'll tell you the truth, I didn't pay no attention to that. When I seen everything that was going on, they pay church what they had to say at all. You know, so and this was main reason they allow women to teach the church. Matter of fact, I said my mom talked to the congregation. She was a church mother, and she taught, like I said, men in there ain't like the men walked out, went downstairs, and had their own meeting. The men sitting right there while a woman teaching. This is this verse right here, comes in. 1 Timothy 2 and verse 11. Yeah, and it reads, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12. Suffer not a woman to teach, nor to assert authority over the man, but to be in silence. They don't do that in the Christian church. That's what's wrong with a lot of our women. Along with a lot of our women that comes off in this truth, they completely took off that old woman that was in that Christian church. They want to assert authority over you, but the scripture say, "Hey, no, you don't do that. You ain't allowed to teach nothing unless you teach a younger sister or some children, or you got advice for some older sisters who know how to do this and do that, and you know how to do it. Yeah, that's where your teachers come in at. Before like trying to be over a man, no. You can't be over no man. I'm sorry, you can't be over. That's not your role. To be over a man. So when women think, because they got a man that's he real nice, real loving, they take kindness for weakness, you know, and they also take that they take that kindness for weakness, thinking he weak poop, but when he let that Judah the Lion come out of, he just hit me upside my head. you playing around, right? You know, you playing around, messing with this man, playing on this man's feelings. You know, and you know you don't play with the line, okay? You don't poke the line with the stick. And this is exactly what you did. You know, I ain't condoning no domestic violence or nothing like that, but a lot of times this is what happened. That's what happened. You know, you got something about it good, but you want a dog about, especially when your friends around. You gonna watch. He ain't gonna say that. He's so weak, he'll fall. Until that day he show you he ain't gonna fall. He just love you and just want to show you that he loves you, that he's willing to hold what he know what he'll normally do. He held down for you. And you weren't brought that out of hell. We go to First Corinthians, let me see, 11:3. You know, and it reads, "But I will have you know that the head of every man is Christ, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Christ is God." And it's like women get that confused. You know, it's the man, and Christ, they're the Most High. So somewhere along the line, they thinking this you and her on the same level. You know, she ain't over you, you ain't over her. No, you is over her. You know, they feel like it's this some kind of 50-50 type thing. No, I run this. But something I don't like, hey, I'm gonna say it. It's gonna be done. You know, which I'm not a hard person to get along with anyway. But you know, you got some people know. You know, you got like a lot of them want to be top dog. They want to run you, and then when you put your foot down, they can't understand. You know, they can't understand at all. You know, and like I said, the head of every woman is the man. You know, head of the man is Christ. The head of Christ is God. That's what you want in a man, don't you? Don't you get that? Everyone you say, I want a God fearing man. They don't want a God fearing man. They want a man that that say he God fearing and act like an old bust, somebody they can run over. That's what they actually be looking for. Somebody they can treat like dirt. Somebody they can just do any kind of way, and they get away with it. No, he love her, he coming back to her, he never leave her. You know, that's what they want. If you go to 1 Corinthians 14:34. You know, another thing, that we do in the ISPK, they do not do, in the Christian church, verse 34, to read 14:34, read, "Let your women keep silence in the church, for it is not permitted unto them to speak." We do allow women to ask questions. If they have a question about the scripture, we do allow it. You know, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also said the law. That's what they do. Be under obedience. They know they can ask a question, but they ain't finna sit up there try to take over the class. That's one thing they not able to do, take over the class. I'm sorry, no, you cannot do that. You cannot take over the class. We go to Ecclesiastes 7:26. I'm trying to figure out. You got all these God fearing women. They read all these scriptures, but yet they want to be over their husband. You know, they want to be over their husband. They want to make their husband life miserable. You know, and then you got so many preachers, tell you, hey, well, hey, he treat you this way, he treat you that way. I'm just tell you, you have my blessing for a divorce. No, you ain't supposed to give nobody blessing for divorce. For them the way you're supposed to be trying to make their marriage better for them to stay together. Even more. Even Scripture said, because of the hardness of your heart, that Moses was, prepared to give you a right in your voice to keep y'all from killing each other. Nowadays, we ain't. You stay together. You want to keeping each other together. You know, Ecclesiastes 7 verse 26. Has thy wife after thy mind? Are you a wife after your own mind? Hey, I know I do. I have one. You know, forsake her not. I will not forsake your baby. Never, ever, ever, never, ever. But give not thyself over to a light woman. I don't want another. Give yourself over to a light woman. You done give yourself over to a house. You done give yourself over to a hoe. And now your life finna be miserable. You finna be calling the cat leader, captain in your zone, trying to get counsel because you love her so much you don't know how to leave her. But you should know better anyway. But that's the thing about it. Looks. They don't love the woman. They love what they looking at. They love that round brown frame. They love them blue contact lenses they got in their eyes. They like them outfits they wear that insinuates they body shape and all that. That's what they love. As far as the women themselves, they don't love. They love what they see. We're going to go to Ephesians 5 and 22. And, a lot of women need to really pay attention to this. Ephesians 5 and 22, it reads, wives, submit yourselves unto your own husband. You hear that? You submit yourself unto your own husband, not nobody else's husband. Submit yourself unto him and watch things be better. As unto the Lord. Submit yourself unto your own husband. You have a problem? Talk to him first. Before you go to talk to anybody else, see can you get that straight first. Because I thought that's the one you got to deal with. You ain't going to deal with that other man. You got to deal with that husband of yours. That's exactly what you got to do. You got to deal with that one. That's why you submit yourself. Forget, like I said, you got too much. That's wrong with these women. They got too much pride. They like I said, they feel like they more masculine than a man, and they supposed to be delicate as a flower. They want to run in, man, like he a straight up punk, But they ain't supposed to go down at all, I ain't supposed to get treated that way. First Corinthians 7 and 1. First Corinthians 7 and 1. Now, concerning these things, wherefore you wrote unto me, it is good for a man not to touch a woman. Verse 2. Nevertheless, to avoid fornication, that every man have his own wife. You hear that? To avoid fornication, that means you'll go have sex with a woman, put her down, go have sex with another woman, put her down. Ain't what they're saying, to avoid fornication, let every man have his own wife. Yeah, your own wife. You only got, if you have sex with 3 women, that's 3 wives you got. But they your wife. And let every woman have her own husband. You got a husband, that's your husband. Perfect, not perfect, make you sick, whatever, that's still your husband. That's what it's supposed to be. Every man have his own wife, every woman have her own husband. And that's how this thing rocks. Just read one more thing. And that the husband render unto the wife due benevolence. And likewise, also the wife to the husband. Hey, give unto the husband what's his, wife give unto the husband give unto the wife what's hers. It's supposed to be doing. It's the time tough fire, whatever, If she needs certain things right there, you do it. Yeah, I got too much of that. You go to Proverbs 21 and 9. Almost still here. Proverbs 21 and 9, it reads, it is better to dwell in a corner of a housetop than with a brawling woman in a wide house. I know it so well. I can't think how many times I done left somebody because they were all they want to do is argue. I'd rather deal on top of the house. You know, you been in the corner of a house top, then with a brawler woman. Who want to be with a woman that's running her mouth all the time, talking all that crazy mess to you, like like you half a man. I don't know. I don't want to put up with that. Nobody don't want to put up with that. Well, just look how long it was written ago. By Solomon. He rather sit on the corner of the house, the corner of the top of the house, and rather be in a wide house with a brawling woman. And I don't blame Solomon. You know, go back to Ecclesiasticus, the Fox. 25 and 16. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25 verse 16. I had rather dwell with a lion and a dragon than to keep house with a wicked woman. I wouldn't better take heed to that. You're a wicked woman. Remember, this husband of yours rather dwell with a lion and a dragon. And you know all the story when he was a kid, lion, was big bad, a dragon was even better. You breathe fire. He said he'd rather live in the house with them to deal with you. Because I'll let you know how miserable you are to be around, to be around you, to live with you. Like I said, start looking in the mirror when you always thinking something wrong with somebody else. Look at yourself first. To go to last verse, First Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. First Peter, chapter 3, verse 1. Likewise, be wise, be in subjection to your own husband. What's wrong with that? Why you can't be subjection to your own husband? But for some reason you can call camp leader or whatever like that, and you can be on subjection on him, but yet you don't give your husband that kind of respect. That ain't supposed to be. That husband supposed to get that respect first. That's sure that I want. You know, he said, if any obey not the word, they also may be without the word be won by the conversation of their wives. Supposed to be giving all that to your outer wife, be subject to your own, subject to your own husband. You gotta be subject to your own husband. Like you say, it's good to seek counsel when you want thing you don't know when the thing's a little messed up in your head. You feel like it's you. You know, not because your husband told you to do something and you don't like it, and you run off. Seek counsel, try to get somebody on your side. And that ain't the way it's supposed to be. You know. So like I said, if you love your husband, like I said, put him first. If you love your wife, show your wife every day you love her. So that real every day you love her. Like I said, you've been together a long time. So you've been together years. You know each other. You know each other. You know what she likes. You know what he likes. You know what he dislikes. You know what she dislikes. So what's so hard about that? You know? That's why I say the scripture said, be subject to your own husband, not nobody else. Try to talk with your husband first before you go seek counsel. You forget they have a lot of currently they have a lot of people to tend to that be trying to tend to with trivial about. And they could be going on with something important, right? Somebody might need some bills paid, or somebody might need a lawyer or something like that. And them to take off just to deal with this silly mess that you got, that you can handle all by yourself. So this thing is, my brothers, out there, let's say you don't have a wife, you're looking for a wife, kind of wife you want, a wife that fears the Most High, a wife that fears God. That's what you want to look for right there. Now, for a woman, you want a man, this Christ is over here, God is over Christ, that's what you're looking for right there. But once you get them, treat them good. Don't treat him bad. Don't treat him like he's a piece of nothing. Don't have him feeling like half a man, but he's a whole man. He's a man. He's a prince of the power. And you make him feel like he ain't nothing. What type of wife are you? Mm-hmm. But that's my class. The priest officer of 500 your heart. And say to the brother, Shalom Bashim, Yahweh Shai Barak Thar. And say to the sister, Shalom Yahweh Shema Thar Bashim, Yahweh Shai. Say, Shalom Israel and Kwam Yashai.